One of the most popular questions, I guess, is, Madison, would you ever get married? Thinking that because I know so much about game and dating that I would never subject myself to the dark realities of marriage and how unfair it is. But I think at a certain point, there is an opportunity or situation that could make sense with a partner. Today we're going to break that down in detail, talk about would I ever get married? Does it make sense to? Should you? What are the things you'd want to consider? Most importantly, when you're looking for a partner, is that partner going to be different in a marriage situation versus somebody that you would get with just for a regular girlfriend dating situation? Let's be perfectly honest here. Marriage is on the rocks. Divorce rates are just through the roof, right? It's no brainer that the divorce rates are like 45, 50% by some studies. You can do a Google search anywhere, check that out. And there's many reasons to contribute to that. Part of the reason is just online dating has popped up. So you always feel like you have another option somewhere else that you can grab a hold of. You're never out of options. Social media also contributes to it. With Facebook, you can hook up with an ex-girlfriend from 10 years ago, long lost friends, etc. So it's just incredible how many options you think you have. And the world has become a much larger place and a smaller place in a lot of ways. So because of this, the whole idea of commitment to one singular person your entire life has changed. Not only that, but values have changed as well in the world, right? You know, before you had strict church policies in the Western world. Now you don't have that, so people are less afraid of getting divorced. Right? Now you might be saying to yourself, Madison, don't you guys at RSD go out all the time, like 7 nights a week for 20 years? Haven't you guys seen some crazy stuff in the field? And yeah, we have. I mean, for yourself, you've probably been out once in your life, and you practiced the stuff once in your life, and if you did, what did you see? Maybe you talked to a girl or a guy, made out with them in the club for a bit, a little kiss here or there, never hurt anybody. All of a sudden, they're like, I have a wife. And you're like, what the you have a wife? Why didn't you tell me? Or I have a boyfriend. You're like, ah! How is it that you made out with this person as a wife or boyfriend? How is that even possible? Well, if you go out enough, you'll find this happens just by fluke every like 3 to 4 months. Just by fluke. Because the person's bored in their relationship, or they're just not satisfied, or they want some attention, or just felt great in the moment, and they got a little carried away in the fun. And now when you hear this, you're thinking to yourself, why would I ever get married? How is that even possible? Why would that make sense? How could I do that? Especially with divorce rates, 45, 55% by some studies, you know, partly attributed to the fact that social media is just huge. Online dating is huge. And where before you were confined to a village of one person, maybe that you can get, or arranged marriage, or getting married in the community of a church in your neighborhood. Now you can meet millions and millions of people. There's millions of singles out there waiting just to meet you. So despite all that, why would I even think about getting married? Well, pray tell, you might be jealous of my job and say, Madison, you get to travel the world and talk to every single girl you've ever wanted, ever in your entire life. And yes, that is great. But that is like eating pizza every day of your life. And then if you eat pizza every day of your life, imagine that was like for 10 years. Would you still wake up every day like, pizza? Or you're like, I want to change. I want to eat some broccoli. What would happen? Now, it's not just novelty, it's the depth of relationships. Because you probably have experienced at some point in your life where you became a complete player, maybe learned some pickup skills, dating skills, dated as many women as you want, as many men as you want, and despite all that, you couldn't have any meaningful, long-lasting relationships. You were great at meeting strangers, but nobody actually liked you. Nobody wanted to hang out with you for more than a month, or you just disappointed them in yourself. So there has to be a balance between all this. It can't all be only about long-term relationships, and it can't all be only about getting a one-night stand. Now, if you are completely unattractive to the opposite sex, I do recommend you go through this process of learning social dynamics and dating, because you need to learn how to be attractive to all women or all men if you want to be attracted to one particular person. That's why we say, go out, study this stuff, practice, get the hang of it. You gotta learn how to be attractive in general, right? Because if you're not attractive in general, when you finally do get that boyfriend or girlfriend, fiance, husband-to-be, they're more likely to leave you because you don't even know how to keep them, right? So you gotta learn to be attractive. This is step one. Until that is possible, until you can attract somebody that is of your highest potential frequently, then there's no point even getting married or getting into a long-term relationship or getting a living girlfriend. There's so many people that come to me every single week and they're like, I got into this relationship right after I learned game, and I've been living with this girlfriend for like 5 months, and I realized I just settled. It was the first girl that I met after boot camp, and I just settled for her. and I just got a relationship, and I don't know what I'm here, and I feel like I lost all my skills, I'm not social anymore, and I don't go out anymore. And they're like, oh, Madison, help me, right? And they're frustrated about it. So you also don't want to rush into it. You meet that first initial person. Now, what I've realized is that you really don't know a person until you've had some challenges with them. I think you don't know a person until 3 months of dating, to be honest, even maybe 2 years. You can be with somebody for 2 years, and then you still learn crazy, amazing facts about them you never even expected it at all. And there's a saying that you don't truly even know a woman until you've met her in court. Oh, dun dun dun. But it's true. I've been with court with some people, and it's like, it's not, you're like, oh my gosh, this person really didn't care about anything at all the whole time. They just wanted what was best for them, or they want you dead, even yet worse. Right? So despite all that, I still believe in relationships. Now, why do I? Because every once in a while, I've gotten hope. For every person that's made me lose hope, I've gotten hope. Have you ever been out in the club and you see the most beautiful, stunning woman anywhere, right? Or maybe at the library or wherever it is, and she engaged you, she talked to you, you tried to flirt, she listened to you, but she said, you're amazing. You are gonna find your best person. I believe in you. There's some great stuff about you, but I have a boyfriend and I'm committed to him. But me and you can definitely keep talking. Maybe you had lunch with this girl, or maybe you had a coffee with her, maybe you went your ways, and you're like, wow, this person really impressed me. And this girl wasn't putting up an emotional wall or defense because she was like worried that you were gonna flirt with her. She just kind of appreciated you as a man, appreciating her beauty, and she enjoyed it and let you talk to her. And that's great. It's a beautiful thing when it happens. Now, it doesn't happen very often. In my opinion, it happens like every 3 to 4 months. Not very often. When you meet these women, they give you like amazing hope, like, wow, it's possible to actually be in a relationship with somebody who is not only looking for validation or looking for compliments or looking to get makeouts or looking to get free alcohol at the club or looking to, financially better themselves in the situation. And you'll maybe see that girl on Instagram, the one that's the highlight reel girl, and you'll see her and she's like dressed nicely, she's out with her grandmom. Maybe she's taking her grandma to church. You see some pictures of that, some videos of that. She's volunteering at a shelter for animals, and you're just like, wow, this person's amazing, right? And then you find out this boyfriend that she met this boyfriend maybe back in like after high school, and they've been together for 6 years, and he met her when she was 19, and now she's 25, and she's just been a badass chick all along. And you're like, dude, thank you so much. Thank you so much for like saving this girl from being a regular 25-year-old girl. Thank you so much for saving her and having her be an amazing person, because you found her and you got with her and you both enriched each other's lives, and she never went through that phase, right? Very possible that people get married and they're 35 years old and they all of a sudden have a second childhood and they want to like eventually go and just be crazy after that, right? And they're like, yeah, I'm 40, I'm gonna be young, now I'm gonna go to the club. That can happen. But every once in a while, you meet somebody who's like 25, 30, 35, and they're just been cool their whole life, man. Just been that way their whole life. And those people inspire you, and they give you a lot of hope. Let's get down to the nitty gritty, the nuts and bolts here, and break down the difference between somebody that would make a great girlfriend or boyfriend versus somebody that would make it an ideal partner. And what's the difference between the two? Because they're obviously not the same as much as you'd like to believe. Now, how did I discover this? Because it's very, very, very easy to find a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Very easy. If you dedicate yourself to it and you really know what you're looking for, what qualities, in 3 to 6 months, you can find somebody that meets that ideal framework, all right? And you're probably looking for the same things everybody else is. Intelligent, sensual, adventurous, attractive, humor, sense of humor, right? And some other variation of like they volunteer with children or they're good with animals or something like that, okay? Now, the funny thing is, those things you're looking for, that framework doesn't necessarily apply to a marriage or something that you want to be with long term, that you're going to trust half of your financial situation to, your health, the health of your children, somebody that resolves arguments after a fight and doesn't hold on to grudges. Bro, that's crazy. That's a simple thing, but you never think about it when you're looking for a girlfriend. I've been in situations myself where I've been that person, where I've been angry at something, and my partner forgive me, or I forgive them, and I'm still like, well, yeah, remember 2 weeks ago, remember last week, remember last month, you're just holding on to this grudge for a very long time. It doesn't help the relationship at all. So when you're actually looking for somebody you want to be with long term, in a very committed partnership relationship, it's completely different. The qualities you're looking for are different, right? Somebody who's financially reasonable. Financially reasonable. What is that on your top 10 list of what you look for in a girl into the club? Hey, baby, what's up? Can I buy you a drink? Are you physically reasonable? Are you balancing your budget? Are you paying your bills on time, baby? What about your house? Is your house clean? When was the last time you cleaned your toilet bowl, baby? Is there dishes piling up in your sink? Because that would be really, really hot. I'm looking for a woman that has family values. You know what I'm saying? Like she appreciates her aunts and her uncles and those children. She feels as if the children were really children of her own. You know what would make me really interested? A woman that actually shows up on time and is responsible, respects my schedule. And I'm looking for somebody at the club who also makes a mean sandwich, right? Like the things you're looking for in those situations are completely different, right? So very often you'll mismatch. You'll end up getting stuck into a long-term relationship with someone who you realize makes no absolute sense at being with long-term. And you see this very often again, actually in couples that meet when they're like 19, 20, 21. They develop into adults, it's like 24, 25, 26. And they realize that their personalities don't match at all. They're just complete opposites as they develop into adults because the requirements they have are completely different. And you know, that's why again, you'll see these guys that meet these girls, or these girls meet these guys 25 years old or so, and they're just amazing, like A-game players. They bring their top level to a relationship and they lock these people down. They're locked down. They're like, oh, I'm not letting you go. And then they're married at like 27 and 28, even 26. And you're like, wow, how did that happen so fast? He's like, well, I found the one, so I locked that shit down as soon as I found it, right? Now, when I started this video, I talked about the idea of marriage. It's something that I would do. Not in a traditional sense, because the idea of like signing over your rights to somebody literally is what it is, devoting half of your money to them, even though you're not with them, and they walk out of the situation with no responsibility, and the man has to take all of it. That's not a great institution to be a part of. Maybe you get married in the church. Maybe you get married a different way, different kind of commitment. Maybe common law makes more sense these days. Figure out which makes sense for you, okay? I don't think it's fair of you to literally, to prove your love, you have to sign away the opportunities you have in your future in terms of career or responsibilities. I don't think that's fair, right? So, by the way, when I say career, I don't mean like you can't get a job. I mean like you sign away like you're stuck to a certain income level you have to get because you're owing somebody money for the rest of your life, something like that, right? Now, I don't think that's fair, and I don't think the situation of the law is caught up to what marriage is. But if I could find a situation that made sense, I would. What I want you to get out of this whole video is that yes, relationships are possible. Long-term relationships aren't a horrible thing. The qualities that you're looking for in a person will be different versus a girlfriend or boyfriend versus a long-term partner or husband or wife. And also prepare yourself. Get yourself in a position where you're educated about the situation if you were to get divorced, to get a breakup, or leave the common law situation, what your responsibilities would be. Be very clear on to understand what you're getting into before it even starts, all right? I actually have a video about divorce as well that I put on YouTube a long time ago. It doesn't have a lot of views, but I recommend you check it out. And I'll put a video of it either here or here, and that'll be regarding guys that have done boot camp programs with me over the years and have been divorced, and their feedback from situations of trying to get into the dating scene once again. Now, this video doesn't have always a happy ending, but I believe it's possible. And you know, if one day you don't see me teaching boot camps, you don't see me pimping it in the club, you'll know where I'll be, and it'll be the best decision I ever made, and I'll be very satisfied because I'll be well prepared. And even so, if you do everything right, you can still get messed up in the end. You know, your husband or wife can get a sex change and turn into Bruce or Kris Jenner. It can happen. Anyways, that's the end of the video. Thank you for being with us here. As always, keep in touch and don't be a stranger. Cheers.